A Green Bay family is preparing to lay to rest the remains of a loved one who died 66 years ago. Robert Streckenbach was a casualty of war, but his remains were only recently recovered and identified. The bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1942 prompted a then 20-year-old Robert Streckenbach of Green Bay to enlist in the U.S. Army Air Corps. Heading off to fight in World War II, he left his family behind.
I was 15 at the time, so my memories, I can remember he was fun. We always had fun with him.
Joyce Clark remembers her brother fondly and sadly remembers the day she learned he was missing in action.
It was a Saturday, and my mother answered the door, and I heard her say, "Oh no," and I knew right away something had happened.
That was 66 years ago. Her brother's last flight was over New Guinea when the plane he was in crashed during a storm.
The plane had been on a night mission and ran into a bad storm and hit the side of a mountain and then ended up in a deep ravine.
At first there was hope he would be found alive. Then the hope became at least his body could be recovered. Clark learned later the military never forgot about 2nd Lieutenant Robert Streckenbach.
Even after the war, they would send planes or people or everything all over the world, wherever they were. That's one thing I found out through this, is that the Army never lets go.
Details of what happened weren't known for decades until 5 years ago when the crash site was discovered with the help of locals. Clark offered a DNA sample, and just recently, a single piece of a bone just a few inches long turned up a match. A full military honor guard brought Streckenbach back home.
It's nice that he's finally home.
Some 74,000 service personnel from World War II are still considered missing in action. The government continues to work to find others.
Some of this depends on treaties with the countries, being able to get into these specific zones.
In Streckenbach's case, the discovery of the plane finalized answers for several of the families of the men on board that flight.
Of the 11, they were able to do DNA sampling and confirmed 8 of the 11.
For Clark, getting her brother back has been bittersweet.
I'm very happy. It's a happy occasion.
Happy but very emotional. A full military funeral will be held for Streckenbach this coming Wednesday at St. Patrick's Church in Green Bay. Streckenbach's remains will be buried next to his mother and father in Fort Howard Memorial Park.